we're on record for the initial disposition for all three parents. May I have the names of our participants, please?
Carson Howitt, lawyer, guardian ad litem.
Ms. Naja Thomas, counsel for the department. Ms. Boscher.
Under Boscher, foster care worker with Catholic Charities.
Michael Brooks, I am the attorney for James Gilbert, one of the two fathers in this case.
Eric James Gilbert.
Michael McFarland, representing mother. Your name?
Kayleen Haig.
Kayleen.
Haig.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ariel Berger here on behalf of Father Donald Bundy.
Donald Bundy, father of Jasper.
Thank you. Welcome. All right, very good. Let's go to our guardian ad litem for our initial report.
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to go out and meet the children on August 18th, 2025 at their placement. They were watching some TV and just looked a little tired when I was there, but the oldest did come and greet me, and his great grandmother in placement did a really good job of explaining my role to him. So he seemed to understand that, and I appreciated that. He's been having some behavioral issues since going into this placement. At first, when I was there, some of it was believed to be caused by, his mother was missing. He didn't really know where he was or she was, and the visits were not occurring. So that was something that we attributed to that behavioral issues. But from my conversations today with placement, it hasn't gotten much better. So that's still a concern. I do believe that this placement's been doing a really good job with him at handling his behavioral issues and trying to set appropriate boundaries for him, and using punishments as restricting privileges. So everything's appropriate there. I also saw the youngest. She has some speech delays. The caregivers are really trying to make her use her words instead of just kind of pointing and making a noise. So they're really working on that, and also working on teaching her sign language. There is another child in this home who was recently adopted by these caregivers, and when I was there, he was kind of sitting in his own. It was very obvious that there was some tension between the two groups of kids. And again, from talking from the caregivers, this behavior really hasn't gotten better, and maybe even gotten worse between the two. The two kids who were just placed there, and the kid who was just adopted has been living there for my understanding, his whole life. So I'll be trying to look into with the worker to see if what kind of services we may be able to provide to kind of ease that transition a little bit, or something to explore there. Overall, I do believe that this placement is in these kids' best interest. These caregivers are really good advocates for these children, and I have no doubts that they'll be well taken care of, and will continue making progress on school and their developmental milestones while in their care. The youngest did not express her wishes due to her age, and the oldest did not express his wishes due to just the nature of the visit, of just getting to know him a little bit. So I'll hopefully have updates moving forward. Thank you.
Testimony today, Ms. Thomas.
Thank you, Your Honor. If Ms. Boscher can please be sworn in.
Boscher, come on up to the witness stand.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Boscher. We have in front of us today for today's hearing a court memo with the case service plans for the parents. Were there any other documents that you've filed or circulated to the parties other than this packet?
No.
Okay. And are there any updates or modifications you need to make to any of the documents in the packet?
I mean, I have some minor updates, yeah.
Okay, if you go ahead whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Jasper behaviorally, it has been stated as an issue. He does have a CMH appointment coming up on September 5th. Hopefully that will point him in the right direction of what services need to occur. I got some updates from the parents just briefly before the hearing that Eric and Kayleen are looking into a trailer park with Eric's mother as a resident. They're going later today to talk to the manager. So nothing's set in stone yet, but that is their plan. They've applied for Medicaid. Their food stamps have been approved, and and they've applied for cash assistance. Kayleen also has her own CMH appointment scheduled for September 3rd. And then they both have SSI appointments in October, early October. Eric does have his own phone number, which he can provide after court to the necessary parties, but I do have that as well. Those are my biggest updates. I believe that my foster care supportive visitation referral was in my memo. So.
Great, thank you for that. And at this time, the goal for the children is reunification with the parents, correct?
Correct.
And do you believe that the case service plans as proposed assist the parents in achieving that reunification goal?
Yes.
Okay, and were there any concerns about like ADA compliance that you needed to work through with any of the parents?
Not at this time.
Okay, and during your meeting with let me ask, were you able to meet with the parents to develop the case service plans that are signed by them?
Yes, I met with them all individually.
Okay, and were they able to have an input as to any additional services that they think that they might need help with?
Yes.
Okay, and do you believe they have a clear understanding of the expectations based on their case service plan?
Yes.
Okay. And since the pleas in this case, which would have taken place about 2 weeks ago, have there been any voluntary services that the parents have complied with that would have rectified the conditions that caused the children to come into care?
Not rectifying, but they have participated in parenting time and they have expressed their willingness to participate in services. I believe it was 8/14 when me and Kayleen had our meeting. She was expressing her need for mental health services. She couldn't control her moods. She was uncontrollably crying the whole meeting. We called CMH together and got her admitted into the Hickman, which then she was transferred to Hillsdale Hospital. So she did already participate in those services to an extent.
I'm sorry, but how long was she at the hospital?
She was in Hickman from 8/14 to 8/15, then transferred to Hillsdale until released on the 19th.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, go ahead.
The only other thing that I'm wondering about is based on the LGL's reports for the children, the placement home. Are there any services that are offered or could be offered to assist the children in integrating into that home while they're there?
I mean, there must be services. I don't know any specific ones off the top of my head. It is definitely something I can look into and also discuss with CMH once we get services rolling as well.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like the court to know about the work you've done on this case so far?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I have no further questions, Your Honor, and ask the court to accept the brief memo and the assigned case service plans by the parents.
No objection.
I have no objection.
No objection.
No
Thank
objection.
you, they are received. Oh, sorry.
No
Ms. Berger.
objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, now they're received. Questions, Ms. Berger?
Thank you, Your Honor. You were able to get the case service plan signed with my client,
Correct.
and did you read through that with him?
Yes.
And you think that he understands all of the things that he's supposed to be working on?
Yes.
Has he started any of those?
No. I told him basically we'll start with parenting time, which placement is supervising his parenting time. I let him know about the foster care supportive visitation referral, which he is well aware of for that as well.
Will they be
Going forward,
calling? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Will
No,
they
you're
be
fine.
will they be calling him with the foster care supportive visitation, or does he have to reach out to somebody?
They will either reach out to me first, and then I told him I would let him know, or they may be calling him, and I let him know it'd be someone from Orchard Services.
Perfect. Okay. And are there any other services that he needs to take the initiative on and reaching out to them?
I would say, which I can aid with as well, but individual therapy. I believe it would be best for him to seek that, but I can assist as well.
Okay, perfect. I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Mr. McFarland, any questions for this witness?
I do. My client advises me that she's already begun a search for housing. That's one of the requirements of the case service plan, correct?
Correct.
She's been doing some things on the case service plan in addition to just parenting plan, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's the nature, what is your belief her disability is that she's applying for Social Security disability?
To my understanding, it would be mental health.
So how under the American Disabilities Act is your agency compliant with ADA requirements for what you believe her disability to be?
I'm not familiar with that. I'd have to look into it.
Okay. You think that should be included on the case service plan, compliance with ADA? Do you have any objection to that being added? Let me ask that.
I don't have any objection.
Okay. Do you have an ADA compliance officer that you're aware of over at Catholic Charities?
No.
Okay. Do you consult a supervisor then?
Yes.
Okay. Who would that be?
Veronica Bresner.
Thank you. How frequently and what's the duration of my client's parenting time?
Frequency right now, they have requested 1 time a week for 2 hours, and I did notify them that it may change with foster care supportive visitation.
My client's requested that much.
Yes.
If she's able to do 3 visits per week at 2 hours per visit, that's something to be accommodated since reunification is the goal.
I mean, it's always something we can look into, but at this time, with the kids going to school and starting services, that would be a lot. We always work up in parenting time.
Well, this case opened some time ago, so can you tell me how that's not been anticipated and how that would be a lot?
Could you reword that?
Right, we were here some time ago, so.
On the 13th.
Right, so it was anticipated the kids would be going to school, correct?
Correct.
How much time do you think it would take to expand into more than just 1 2-hour parenting time per week?
I'm not sure. I did offer them the 2 hours or 2 days a week for 1 hour each. They said that they didn't want to do that. Their wish was to do Tuesdays for 2 hours. And that's what we've been working with. I did advise them that with foster care supportive visitation, usually they watch one and we watch one. But it's early still.
Where should my client's focus be, do you believe, right now on the case service plan, so she knows where to focus her energies?
I think for Kayleen specifically, getting a hold and stabilizing her mental health is a big priority. And then also fully participating, benefiting from her parenting education. She's already in the works of housing and employment that just needs to be followed through.
Have you provided CMH, maybe Social Security releases for her to sign, so you have all the information?
I do have a CMH one. I did get the Hickman one. I'm needing her to sign the Hillsdale Hospital one.
You have a Social Security one already?
No, I do not. I was just told about that information. I just specifically got it today.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing further, thank you.
Mr. Brooks?
Have my client and his significant other gotten any housing yet?
They are residing together. They do not specifically have their own housing.
Where are they living?
With Kayleen's aunts and mom, possibly?
In Jackson, I think it is.
No, it is in Adrian.
It's in Adrian.
Yes.
All right. Now, my client, when we sat down here today, said he had one concern about requirement number 17 on his case service plan. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I do not have mine in front of me.
It says, my client will provide the agency with a valid Michigan driver's license, proof of insurance, and vehicle registration. Do you recall that being in there?
Yes, I did specifically speak to him about this point, that we did discuss that there is courtrooms and judges, essentially to my knowledge, that do accept a safety plan in terms of transportation. If he can safely figure out transportation.
Are you aware he does not have a driver's license?
Yes,
Are you aware of the fact that he has never had a driver's license?
yes,
And that he's 40 years old and doesn't want to get a driver's license?
yes.
So will paragraph 17 be revised to comply with the realities I've just told you about?
Yes, I didn't think I needed to revise it on there because we appear to have the same understanding that if a safety plan for transportation can be figured out and the judge and the court deems it appropriate, then I'm okay with it as well.
So if we get down the road and he has not gotten a license, he doesn't drive, will this paragraph 17 be used as evidence against him?
I will state for the record that we have agreed that if the court and the judge do deem it appropriate to have a safety plan as transportation, then I'm okay with that as well.
All right. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions, Mr. Howitt?
Have psychological evaluations been scheduled for any of the parents?
No, to my understanding, for DHS to pay for it, I need a court order,
Okay,
ordering them.
nothing further.
Thank you. Okay. Would the, well, the case services plan is going to become part of today's court order. Assuming there's no other issues with it that come up. Would that suffice for purposes of an order indicating a psychological evaluation is ordered, or would you need something more specific in the text of the form order?
That would suffice if the case service plan is ordered.
All right, and for paragraph 17 on Mr. Brooks's client, if I added the language, so it would read like this: provide the agency with a valid Michigan driver's license, proof of insurance, and vehicle registration for anyone who may be transporting the children upon request of the foster care worker.
I would say that's appropriate.
Mr. Brooks,
That's fine.
anyone else have an issue with that? Speak now.
No, Your
I
Honor.
would like the same for my client as she's just learning to drive.
Very well. Any objection to that?
That's appropriate.
Okay. All right, you're gonna probably need to retype this while it's fresh, because my handwriting's not great. But it'll be in there in that language form for purposes of this review at least. All right, any redirect, Ms. Thomas?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Recross, Ms. Berger?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. McFarland?
Few questions. When we recorded last time, my client indicated she wanted to be playing separately. My understanding has been a change for train of thought, and she would like to plan currently with the father. Is that correct?
With Eric, yes.
Okay. Eric, when he was in court here last time, he indicated he had some medical issues. You remember that, right?
Yes,
And will you also do ADA compliance to comply with his medical issues?
yes.
Nothing further.
Recross, Mr. Brooks?
Thank you, no.
Mr. Howitt?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you for your testimony. You may return to your seat. Any other witnesses today, Ms. Thomas?
No, Your Honor.
Witnesses today, Mr. McFarland?
No, my client's satisfied.
Mr. Brooks?
I think my client's satisfied if the court will accept that the questions I asked the witness are an accurate reflection of how he feels. I don't want to make you work too hard. I'll call my client.
Okay, great. All right, Mr. Gilbert, come on up to the
You
witness
gotta
stand.
go up. All right.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Careful to stand there.
Mr. Gilbert, just a couple of questions. Paragraph 17 says that you gotta get a driver's license, get a car insurance, and driver's license, and go take the classes. You're aware of that, right?
Yes, sir.
And you have a problem with that, don't you?
With the driver's license portion.
Tell me why.
I'm 39 years old. I've never had a driver's license. I don't have very much time behind the wheel. And whenever I am behind the wheel, I am very uncomfortable. I have high levels of anxiety.
So you feel that you will not, well, in the future, you have no intention of getting a driver's license.
Correct.
That's all.
Thank you. Anyone else have questions for Mr. Gilbert at this time?
No, thank you.
No,
No,
you're
Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Berger, any testimony today?
Donnie, do you have anything you want to say today?
No, thank you.
Then I have none, Your Honor.
Mr. Howitt?
No, Your Honor.
Comments in closing, beginning with Ms. Thomas, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that the parents are on the right step forward. Within 2 weeks, they're able to meet with Ms. Boscher and get their case service plan signed. You know that moving forward, there needs to be a little more attention given to any of the potential implications for ADA compliance. Although, given the demands from our court and the quality of work from our case service providers, I am not concerned that they would not be getting any accommodations necessary to address, support them in the goal of reunification, given any diagnoses or limitations they might have. So with that, Your Honor, we're just continuing to ask that parenting time be supervised until further order of the court, with the understanding that as the case progresses, parenting time would be expanded. And if we need any modifications to that, we know how to ask the court for that. Just a 90-day review, I think, would be appropriate at this time. Thank you.
Comments, Ms. Berger?
Thank you, Your Honor. We would just ask that my client have plenty of time to work towards his goals and reunification in this case. He's familiar with this court and with what he has to do. So we're grateful for the opportunity to be able to do that and for him to be able to work towards those goals of reunification at this time. So we would just ask that a review be set in 90 days. Thank you.
Mr. McFarland?
I'm satisfied with the tweaks that are going to be made to the case service plan. My client's already beginning, has already started some of those goals already, so she's off to a good start. Sounds like.
Mr. Brooks?
My opinion is the same as Mr. McFarland's.
Mr. Howitt?
I'm satisfied with the case service plan, and I'll be working with Ms. Boscher to find a good service for the kids to help them with the transition into their new home.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Court finds all interested parties are given notice for purposes of today's hearing. I have reviewed the case services plan and specifically the paragraphs Mr. Brooks was concerned about and Mr. Gilbert was concerned about. It's perfectly reasonable, and I like Ms. Boscher's approach, frankly, in saying that, you know, what the bottom line here is we're just looking for safe transportation for the children. So if you have someone else that's going to be driving them, it's perfectly reasonable for Ms. Boscher to ask for validation that this is a person who has a license, insurance, a registered car, all the things that we would be able to count on to make sure that that's a safe person to transport your children. So that's the intention of the court as far as the interpretation of that case services plan. And hopefully my handwriting will be legible, but I wanted to make sure that that was clear for the record. The rest of the terms of the case services plans in this file do also appear to be accurate. They reflect all of the concerns that were identified at the adjudication. And I'm glad to see that there's been progress made already in many areas. Congratulations on that. Good luck on your housing search. We're going to do a review, assuming everyone is available, on November 18th at 10 a.m. Our first review and permanency planning hearing will be November 18th at 10 a.m. unless someone tells me they're not available.
Works for me, Your Honor.
I'm
All right,
available.
so
Thank
that'll
you.
be good. Great. Glad to hear it. Because that's getting to be pretty close to our traditional holiday in November. So sometimes that can be tricky. All right. The court order will reflect that the children will remain under the jurisdiction of the court, placed with the Department of Health and Human Services in their relative or fictive kin placement that is the safest and least restricted under the circumstances as the parents continue to be engaged on their case services and try to remedy those issues that brought the children into care. We'll look for updates in the areas of securing employment or subsidies or SSI, transportation, treatment on psychological issues, and all of the other things that were discussed today just briefly and are certainly discussed at length in the case services plan, which will become part of today's order in the next review period. We'll further reflect that attempts to facilitate reunification by the agency are certainly being made, spearheaded by Ms. Boscher, and that our guardian ad litem is in compliance with his obligations as well. Thank you to our advocates, and unless there's any